the Miami Dolphins taking on the Dragons of Tokyo. The first game's out of the way. Time to buckle down for the long season ahead, and we're off in week 2. This fielded right at the goal line. And he'll be out of bounds here just past the 20-yard line. Off play action, it's Cunningham. And this intercepted on the first play of the game. Picked up by Xavier Howard. So problems with Aaron passing continuing. Remember, he threw 2 picks in the loss last week and now another here in this first quarter.
Sometimes, partner, this is the result of a quarterback who's simply trying to do too much. Feels like he's trying to make up for what he did last week. And you can't do it all on one throw.
Now the rookie third-round pick, it's Devon Achane. He is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A Miami first down on the 14-yard pickup. Those are the types of run, Charles, that they say this first-year running back can provide a lot more of in the future.
He made it look easy, didn't he? Picking up that first down. Some have described him as a diamond in the rough with a lot of polish, nice little buffing. This guy could be one of the top backs going forward.
And they're knocking on the door now as a good run there going to take this to about the 10-yard line. A gain of 18 and a new set of downs. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Now their 31-year-old running back, Raheem Mostert. And he'll get about 4 there as he takes it from the 10 down to the 6.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
Second down, here's Mostert again. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Raheem Mostert, his second rushing touchdown on the year. And the Dolphins take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And it's now a 7-0 game. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. On the return, Marcus Jones from the end zone. And not a good return here at all as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others. Where they think they have an advantage, dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
On second down, here's Cunningham. Short pass caught by Henry. Call it a gain of 6 on the play. And that's going to make it third down and less than a yard. This defense for the Dolphins, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
Yeah, they gave up 17 points, but that's what you would consider a goal for each and every defense, because if you give up 17 points a game all year long, you're thinking you're going to be a playoff team because you expect your offense to score more than that. That's what you're looking for. Room to improve, of course, but I'd have to say a very solid performance.
They'll go with the keeper, trying to barrel up in there, but I don't think he got it. Only a few inches needed on the sneak. He didn't get it, and now it's fourth down. Here's Bryce Behringer on now to punt. Back deep is Tyreek Hill. And taken right on the 30. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. Found good room to run there. Returns it 14 yards. And it'll be Dolphin football. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. Now, early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice. But at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Well, that's a pretty darn good start to his season, huh? A sack in the opener, adds a second one here. That tells you about his offseason. He came in determined to have a big year, and it's paying off.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. Throwing is Tagovailoa on third down here. And going deep for Hill. Oh, his first throw of the game going to be intercepted. It's DJ Turner who's got it. And he will bring it out past the 20-yard line.
They'll take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Not only are they in search of their first score, they're in search of their first down in this ball game as they come up 1st and 10. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards. So, Charles, this game number 2 in the NFL career, this rookie quarterback, his guys took the loss in the opener. And when asked after that game by reporters how he did, he was pretty curt. He said, not well. What did you see?
Well, first and foremost, I loved his answer to the media because he was being honest. And those veterans in the locker room, they're looking at him to see how he's doing.
And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. He couldn't get rid of it. He winds up losing a yard. It's 2nd down.
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game watching this offensive line because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit. Right? 4 guys might have it right, but the 5th guy is giving something up. They've got to find a way to all get on the same page.
2nd and 11 at the 41. A give for Stevenson, running right. And take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 11 yards there, first down. All right, I got to ask you, with these RPOs, essentially the quarterback has 3 options, right? So what's different from that versus the triple option that we see the service academies run at the college level?
As a general rule, the triple option at the college level, most things are called outside of the quarterback faking it to the runner and then keeping it himself and maybe having a trail back. What I mean is, in the NFL, that option to throw the football all comes about organically. It's a natural deal based on reads. In college, if you're going to throw the football off a triple option, you've actually called that play.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Cunningham. Open man, completes it to Smith-Schuster. And he is going to lose yardage here. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12. And that was a heck of a play there on the outside.
Partner, sometimes I think on a play like this as a corner, you've got to think to yourself, all I've got to do is slow him down so others can come over and support. But in this case, he said, forget that. I've got this. Sorry you had to make the run for nothing, fellas.
We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down. A play fake. Now Cunningham. Being chased. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Jalen Phillips, the former first rounder, getting in there for the sack. 2nd quarter now, and it's our home team with possession. Here's Bryce Behringer now. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. And this returnable for Hill. It's a 39-yard punt, 8 on the return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive, in particular if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, and some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes and get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you've got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. It's Monte Mapu, and he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line.
Hold me ready.
At the 26-yard line.
Steady.
Stevenson now on 1st and 10. And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. Ramondre Stevenson, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Dragons are an extra point away from evening this one up. Extra point by Ryland, up and good. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. It's still early in this one, Charles, but the last time this offense was out there, they threw their first interception of the ball game, so trying to avoid repeating. There he goes, right side, down the right sideline, and he's going to step out of bounds all the way down at the 30-yard line. 90 yards for him on the ground so far tonight as he has been terrific in this first half. So the big play has him all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. He's got room to roam. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. And they get 17 more on that one and another first down.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Well, with the kind of half he's had, I think we can forgive him that run, right? Not every run's going to be a big play, is it?
No, and also the blocking just wasn't there. No room to run.
Yeah, defensively, they got to find a way to build on that because he's eating them alive in the first half.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Again, it's A-Chain. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. Tua sets up to pass it. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. Dropped for a loss of 7 by multiple defenders. The kick by Sanders is good, and the Dolphins have taken the lead. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown. And the last time out, looking to repeat that, Charles' defense, they were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
A little bit of space there for the first down run as that's going to get him about 5 yards.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure you're back. You spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
Up the middle, Nwangu. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Now Cunningham. Short pass caught by Henry. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. Call that a gain of 11.
And maybe that touchdown on the previous drive has re-energized this offense a little bit. They've been kind of sluggish until then. But they're showing signs of life here. And they get good yardage that time and a first down.
Now this offense hoping to avoid the 0-2 start. Now they trail, but they've got a 1st and 10 here. Straight ahead, it's Stevenson. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Now they got to get to the line quickly. To throw on 2nd down, Cunningham. And that'll be complete to Stevenson. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down. Cunningham to throw. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. So they'll accept that penalty, and that'll, of course, move the football up the field.
Ready?
On 1st down, it's Cunningham. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
I did like his decision-making there to make sure they picked up something instead of forcing the throw. Now they've got more manageable play coming up to try and pick up the first down. And don't rule out the possibility that he just keeps it and runs again.
Now Cunningham. And it's caught. Touchdown. Juju Smith-Schuster, 23 yards for the touchdown. And the Dragons have moved out in front. Ryland on for the extra point. And his kick is good, but flags come in. Looks like we're going to get a roughing call here on the follow-through. So they'll go ahead and accept the penalty. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Off of play action, Tagovailoa. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
And when you've thrown as many interceptions as he has in this one, you definitely start getting a little hesitant to throw the ball out wide because that's prime pick six territory. That time, he made sure the only guy who was going to catch it was sitting in the third row.
Tagovailoa to throw on 2nd down here. Got a man complete to Cedric Wilson. And he's got this almost to the 40 before going out. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down. Now Tua. They set up the screen to H.A. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. 7 yards there on the first down screen play. On second down, Tua. And a completion to Wilson. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. And Tua's going to change things up. They'll try and run here with Mostert. And he's got the first down before being taken down at the 46. Calling a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
They had yet to run the ball at all on this drive, but 3rd and short, definitely was a great time to dial one up.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
On their heels, but they earn a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's Tua. Buying time to his left. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down. I'm not quite sure what he thought he saw there, but the reality was certainly a much different picture than what he anticipated. And give credit to the defense. They were down on the flash when he broke out of there, and they forced him out with almost nothing to show for his efforts. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. And this is good. It was running out of gas there at the end, but he winds up getting just enough on it. So a very tight first half. We had to break in a 1-point game.
No doubt making their final halftime adjustments as we speak. And for the call of the second half, we get it back out to Brandon Gunn and Charles Davis.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. The Dolphins down on the scoreboard, but they'll have it first as we get going in this 3rd quarter. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. But, Charles, we saw a pretty entertaining first half, close ball game. Remember there toward the end of the 2nd quarter, the opposition scored to take the lead. Now we'll see if these guys can get a score of their own to regain that lead.
Yeah, they want to have that type of a response, don't they? Because they want to find a way to take control of this ball game one more time. Gauntlet's been thrown down. They want to see if they're ready to answer it.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. A-chain here. They stay on the ground. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 111 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick, he's been decisive, and he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
A-chain on 1st and 10. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a 1st down again.
44, ready.
Gets it to Hill. It's a jet sweep. And a great job there to read that one defensively. They strung him out, would not allow him to cut upfield. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Well, as a wideout, when you take that handoff and you're coming around the edge, you're expecting to see nothing but empty space in front of you. But if not...
Well, things can go south in a hurry, and that's exactly what we saw on that play with a loss. Now a throw here to his running back, and he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. Well, he's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL, being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
Tagovailoa working out of the gun. That's over the middle, caught by Chosen. And he is going to have the Dolphins 1st down as he's able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 5.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up.
And now off to the races, down the right side. Touchdown. Robbie Chosen, 25 yards for the touchdown. And the Dolphins have taken the lead as they go right down the field and score on the opening drive of the 2nd half. They're going to keep it on the ground. And he is going to be stopped short of the goal line. Oh, they'll mark him inside the 1. He just couldn't keep churning those extra few inches. And the 2-point attempt is turned aside. Oh, the return is Jones from the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
At their own 15-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And they'll be working from behind now following the touchdown a moment ago on the opening drive of the half.
I think the guys right now, as they go out on offense, they're zeroing in on one big key. They don't have to do anything differently just because they're down on the scoreboard now. The intent, still the same in what they plan to do on offense.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Here's Cunningham. Open man is Kendrick Bourne.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down. Cunningham looking to throw. And able to find Gesicki as tight end. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. A big play there on the catch and run. And it'll give him a fresh set of downs.
Well, a lot of times when you get a manageable 3rd down situation like this, you have to think about your tight end, and he comes through for him, picking up the 1st down.
Now a 1st down throw, Cunningham. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Jalen Phillips able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening. It looked like they were trying to get him outside there, but this defense had different plans.
Yeah, they really had an outside-in kind of a pass rush. It's almost like when you're covering a punt, You can't let him get to the outside and get to the sideline. You force him to stay in the middle of the field, and they did exactly that and made the play.
On second down, here's the Warrior. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. And quickly, they get to the line. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Flush to his right. He juked him. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That scramble good for 13 yards, but not good enough for a first down. It's 4th. They bring their punter out there now as he's on to kick it away.
I feel like you and I could be in our backyard with our dads right now. What did they always say when they're throwing us a ball? Look it all the way in. Make sure you secure it. That had the feeling of not happening there on that play, that he didn't have full control of the ball.
When that punch coming in, I don't have a return punch, but I would imagine it's tough to monitor those guys coming full steam ahead at you.
It really is. You try and get that peek to know where they are, about whether you should fair catch it or not, but sometimes you just have to have a sense, a feeling, and just have to make sure, number one, though, you catch the ball and put it away.
Up the middle, here's Stevenson. And he'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 14-yard line.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Stevenson gets it again on 2nd down. And this play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back to the 15. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play, backwards a yard.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
Well, good field position to start the drive, but under the gun now here on 3rd and 8. Here's Cunningham from the gun. Flushed, and a big loss here as he's taken down. Bradley Chubb, his 2nd sack of the night. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. From the right hash, this from 48. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe, and that will cut the lead down to just 2. So with that field goal, this one's now back within a field goal. Maybe not the ultimate result they wanted, but gets them that much closer.
This game is unfolding like a really good book, isn't it? Because I feel like there's a few more plot twists yet to be revealed before this one is over.
Tagovailoa and the Dolphins come up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Here's A-Chain to begin the drive. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
Right back to A-Chain on 2nd down. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. 152 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on. Working with the lead, trying to get to 2-0. Here's 1st and 10. Now they'll send Waddle in motion left. H.A. now up the middle. And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
From just across the midfield stripe, here's a 2nd and 8. A give left side. Here's H.A. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a 3rd and about 4 more for a 1st.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. Heck of a play there to get to him quickly and get him down for a loss.
I think they did a really nice job getting ready for this game, scouting, watching film, and understanding defensively what the play design was.
But no sign of Tua departing. 4th down, they're going for it. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Mills. And he'll bring this one back to the 29. A seismic shift in momentum here in the 4th quarter. That's the break that the defense needed.
And you know as well as I do, people are going to question the play call in that situation. Sometimes you have to question the execution, not necessarily the call. And in this case, those defenders found a way to give their team a chance.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. A golden opportunity for them now following the interception. They need to try to at least get 3. Obviously, a touchdown puts them in a much more secure position. They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
Let's go now.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. Out of the gun here, it's Cunningham. That'll be complete to the running back, Nwangu. And past the 40. The 40's out of bounds. Give him 14 on that one and a 1st down.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and we watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
On 1st and 10, Cunningham. The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. Jerome Baker. Give him the credit for the sack and a loss of 14 yards.
My man, it's been a rough night for that offensive line, and it's only getting rougher. 5 sacks now that they've given up in this contest so far. It feels like the witching hour out here, doesn't it?
Okay, stupid question. What's the witching hour?
Yeah, the witching hour. That's when everything goes haywire late at night.
Off play action, it's Cunningham. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. He got him a big chunk of that yardage back, but even with that effort, it'll still be 3rd and long.
Partner was a definite passing down, but he was able to leak out and pick up some good yardage, even though the coverage was excellent. Maybe it's not exactly how they drew it up, but he still got a big chunk of yardage on 2nd down.
Forced out to his left. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. Decent gain on the scramble to 6, but now it's 4th. And on now is the punter, as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. And now a high kick here as they'll try to cover this one. And here's a fair catch taken at about the 24-yard line. Well, pretty woeful there. Just 23 yards on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead. And this drive will begin with a run from A-Chain. And they're going to stop it right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all three still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage. Use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. Now a play fake. Here's Tagovailoa. He's got a man complete. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. 5 points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on 1st down. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. They go back to the ground, this time Mostert. And he works his way free all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone. Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down. Running right, here's A-Chain. And he is going to have a Miami 1st down, and the Dolphins are going to win the football game.
And that's the type of run that they're looking for because they'll need to continue to rely on them to move the sticks in this tight game in order to preserve this lead.
It's 1st and goal, and a late touchdown at this stage could officially salt this one away. Mostert will score. Touchdown, Miami. Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point. And that might just seal the deal here. It makes it a 2-score game with not a lot of time on the clock. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. Here's Jones to bring it out of the end zone. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped it to 14. This is 1st and 10. Now Cunningham. Got the connection here to Bourne. Short play like that in this situation this late, that's a win for the defense.
No doubt. I remember something Coach Madden used to talk about all the time. Sometimes you can't just take what the defense gives you. You have to take what you need. And in this case, the offense is taking what the defense is giving them, not what they need.
Haven't met a quarterback yet that didn't enter the league with a massive chip on his shoulder. If he wasn't a first-round pick, they want to show the league that they made a big mistake. Determined to get the 1st down there, no hesitation at all to tuck it and go. I bet he would have tried running through their entire defense if it meant reaching that marker.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Cunningham. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by Channing Tindall. And the Dolphins are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And they've got this one in hand. No timeouts remaining defensively, so this one should just be one kneel and then handshakes. And for the fourth time tonight, it's an interception. And he's going to go down as time has now run out on this game. So a victory here for the Miami Dolphins, and a little bit of a surprise they lose the turnover battle, but wind up winning the ballgame.
And this is very unusual because you know all teams stress winning the turnover battle as a key indicator to winning ball games. So when you get something that goes against the grain like the one we saw here, it's quite the oddity. Now let's face it, they'll be very happy that they pulled this off, but they do know that in the future they've got to work on taking care of the football because this won't happen very often.
So for the Dolphins, it's a dream start. 2 wins in 2 early road games. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the home team here, they'll drop to 0-2. And they'll try and turn things around next week as they have a date at MetLife Stadium with the New York Jets. I'm Brandon Gaudin.